We got Jai Herbert back here on the program. He's going to be taking on Khama Worthy at UFC Fight Night on October 23rd. Jai, how's it going, man?
Yeah, man, it's great, man. All good, man. How yourself?
I am awesome. Thanks for asking. Not everyone has how I'm doing, so I like the politeness right off the top of this thing, man. But seemed like you got a decent amount of notice for this fight. Did you get a full camp, or when did you find out about the fight?
I had about 5 weeks notice, 5 to 6 weeks notice. But like I say, I'm always training. I'm always in the gym. So it was yeah, man. I'm good to go. I'm ready to go now. I'm more than ready to put on a show.
Yeah, no, it's going to be great.
I'm excited.
And I was going to say too, you must have liked the style matchup as well. Khama's the guy who's going to come forward. It's going to be, this looks like a fight of the night written all over it.
Yeah, like you say, Khama likes to stand and bang and go for likes to strike and that. I'm not too fussed about the match. Like the matchup. Like, could have been a wrestler, could have been anything. I've been working on my game ever since my last fight. I've been working on my grappling and my striking, so I wasn't too fussed about what type of opponent it's going to be anyways. But yeah, like I say, you're looking to be fighting tonight, but I'm looking to just I'm looking to get in no war, man. I'm looking to put him away.
Yeah, no, I love it.
So yeah, that's what I'm coming out to do.
What have you sort of taken away the most from those last two fights that you've had? Anything you've sort of anything you're bringing into this fight? You talk about working on the grappling and wrestling. Anything else you sort of took away from those last two fights?
Yeah, definitely last fight. I mean, I think I just took it as like a sort of a baptism, really. Like the way Moicano, like he got me down, and he was able to like stay on top most of the round. Like he's grappling. He sort of opened my eyes more to it, to be honest. Because most of my other fights, people have took me down, and I've just been able to just get back up. But the way Moicano, like he just wanted to hold me down. Like he didn't even want to strike. He just come straight at me, wanted to take down, and just wanted to like keep me on the ground and get the goal for the submission. So I've learned a lot from that fight. I need to be more switched on towards people wanting to wrestle me and not want to strike. So that's what I've learned from that fight. So and I'm working on my own game, to be honest, my own game. So I can do that to people as well. That's what I'm coming. That's why I want to evolve and be more of a mixed martial artist.
Let's talk about Khama Worthy, 16-8 record. What do you know about him? How do you feel like you match up against him here?
Yeah, Khama, he's a game fighter. He's very athletic. He's got power. He's got speed. Tough geezer, Yeah, man, he's a good guy, man. It's gonna be a good fight. He's had 4 fights in the UFC, won 2, lost 2. So he's been about. So we'll see, man. We'll see. But yeah, man, I'm ready. This is my time now. I took on Chinaldo and Moicano, 2 top guys. The last guy I fought, he was on the due for a featherweight title. He fought Aldo. Chinaldo was an absolute beast in the lightweight division. He's gone up to welterweight now. So I've been in there with some of the best, in the UFC already. So I've got the experience now. I'm ready to face.
Who have been some of your main training partners for this camp?
I've been training. I'm training with like Aiden Lee, Tim Wild, guys from Bellator. I've had Moshe Aslani. He's an Iranian wrestler. Been training with Leon Edwards. I've been doing quite a few rounds with him, to be honest. So I mean, like when I'm sparring with guys like Rocky, you know what I mean, and it's just the guys trying to boot your legs, look, like you got to be switched on, or like boot your ribs in, and you got to be switched on like every second of the spar, you know what I mean, every second of the round. So put under that pressure. So when I come against other guys, you know what I mean, like I've seen it and been there and done that, you know what I mean. So like, I'm used to it, like so. I'm ready to go.
How happy were you for Leon to get the Masvidal fight? It's going to be a lot of eyeballs on this one with the fact it's Masvidal. I think a lot of people felt like he should have got the shot, but still, that's not a bad consolation prize, especially a fight that he's going to be favored in.
Yeah, man. I mean, he should have got the title shot, really, but Masvidal's going to be a massive fight. It's going to be like he's bound to be pay-per-view. I take it. So I think it's good as well that Leon gets to get his revenge, for that violation in London. So he's gonna have to answer for that, massive at least. And so Leon's gonna, he's gonna get payback on that one. So that's what I'm looking
And you know
forward
what
to.
kind of annoys me as well, and I'm just curious your thoughts on this. Like that fight against Nate was 5 rounds. There aren't any other fights that are 5 rounds unless it's for the title or if it's a main event. Like if that was only 3 rounds, we wouldn't even be talking about the Nate Diaz thing, right? Because it was in the 5th round. So does that kind of like, you know, as his teammate, I always think that's kind of unfair. Like you look at Burns and Wonderboy, that was 3 rounds. If that was 5, maybe Burns finishes him. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of weird the way it sort of, you know, worked out that way with it being a 5-round fight.
I don't know. I don't know. They used to put like the Diaz brothers in 5-round fights, don't they? Because they're quite, you know, they're known for the cardio and stuff. So, I don't know if it was something to do with that. Like, I don't know. But Leon proved that, like, you know, for the whole 5 rounds he dominated. Okay, the last minute, you know, he got rocked. But even then, that was great to see how he
overcame
you know,
adversity. Exactly. Yeah.
And he still navigated, you know, his way around the cage and controlled it, so he didn't get finished or anything, and he wasn't in any trouble after that. So like even that showed brilliance, you know what I mean? So yeah, it's all good, man. His time's coming. His time's coming.
No, for sure. Back to you. Who's going to be making the trip with you as far as your corner for this fight?
Yeah, so I got my striking coach, Joby Clayton. I've been working with him for years. He was in Anthony Joshua's corner in his last fight and in his few fights. So he works with him. So he's like a renowned boxing coach. I got Tom Corey, a grappling coach, and I got my training partner Tim Wild coming over. So I got a good team coming over with me, good corner. So you know, we got every angle covered. If I want to wrestle, if I want to stand and bang, if I want to, you know, get the sub, we got it all covered.
Yeah, no, for sure. How do you see this fight playing out?
Mm-hmm. I see this fight playing out. I'm just gonna go out there, bro, and get the win. Win I deserve to be, because I deserve to be in the UFC, and I'm 100% going out there to get the win. You know, it's my time now. It's my time to start kicking on and, you know, getting some wins and start making a name in the UFC. So yeah, man, I'm going out there to get the stoppage.
How many more fights do you have left on your contract? Do you know?
I've 2 more fights. So this fight and another one.
Oh,
so
awesome. Okay, yeah. So you get to renegotiate on the next one. I was thinking, yeah. It's usually...
Yeah, man. They'll probably, after this spectacular win, they'll probably offer me a big boy contract after this. So yeah, that's what
like
they
pay. Obviously, you got to travel to your fight, going to Vegas. What do you like doing on the airplane? You a book guy, podcast guy, watching movies? Do you nap? What do you like doing on the airplane? I'm curious.
I watch the films and that on the airplane. I listen to music, play chess, or watch the films, and then have a little nap.
Okay,
and that.
Cool.
That's about it, to be honest. Have a little chat as well. I like to walk up and down as well, you know, have a little move around. I don't like to
for the circulation, you have to. Yeah, it's too much. I agree with you there. Are you a pretty good chess player?
I'm not bad. Were you in the game?
Yeah, one of these days we'll play. Yeah. I played chess growing up. I'm not very good, but like I played when I was growing up, so I know how to play, and I'm okay. But it's a fun game, man. I don't think chess gets enough credit. You know, checkers is the one that people sort of, you know, talk about when it comes to board games or Monopoly, but chess is where it's at. I'm with you there.
Yes, yeah, man. It's good, man. It's good for the mind, man. Keep it sharp.
And this interview is good for the mind, man. Appreciate the time. I know you're a busy guy. Just remind people where they can get a hold of you on social media, and if you got any sponsors or shout outs, I'll give you the last word.
Yeah, so you can get a hold of me, Jai Herbert MMA on Instagram, and it's Jai Herbert MMA on Facebook as well. Hit me up on there. I'd like to shout out my sponsors: Renegade Jiu-Jitsu, Green Hill Sport, UK, Uncle Chunks Munch. He's just come on board, and Tommy Johnson Sports Massage, man.